All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, June 26th, set today by Chaos. I don't think we've had one from him recently, but I may be wrong. Let's see what Chaos has. Pope likes teasing liberals with special ability to work with others. Well, I suppose because that last part doesn't seem like wordplay. I'm thinking that's the definition, ability to work with others, or maybe just simply work with others. Oh, yeah, special ability might be part of wordplay, but I'm thinking it's going to be something like social skills, maybe. But how would that be? Pope likes teasing. No, let's try some of the downs. They make doctor drop fake cures. Ooh, I wonder if that first part is very strange. They make doctor. So I'm thinking maybe they make is the definition. So craftsmen, manufacturers, artisans, something like that. Doctor could be an anagram indicator, but I don't see where we get a good 9 letters. Doctor drop. I mean, maybe it's fake cures. Snake oils. Can you pluralize snake oil, and is it 1 or 2 words? So far proving tricky. Moth in tree, for example. Traveling both ways, right. I wonder if it could be a moth. Something like a red, well, there's the red admiral in butterflies. I really don't know any moths. In tree, for example, traveling both ways. Maybe, excuse me, some palindrome goes in the middle of it, followed by an R for right. No. It makes light from sun tangible, reflected around. Ooh. Yeah, I'm wondering if it makes light is the definition. So some kind of bulb from sun tangible. Oh, so I think it may be a hidden clue, but backwards, reflected around. But where Natnu, I don't think so. Atnas, no. I don't see any hidden clue between sun tangible reversed. I'm wondering, around can be circa, CA, and if that's reflected, you would end in AC. But what would make light? No. Working man reacts to ceremony. No. Climber's companion putting cold water on fire. Oh, maybe it is a tool that a climber uses, like an ice pick or I'm not sure exactly what tools they use. But then cold can be C, but then water on fire. No, very tricky. Temptation to snort cocaine for money. All right, well, cocaine can be C. So I'm thinking we put a C inside a word. Excuse me. a word for temptation, and we're going to get a word for money. I'd like it to be lucre, as in filthy lucre, but I don't think it's that. What's another four-letter word for temptation? No, let's go back to the acrosses. Stream runs through reserve. Well, similar to the last one, I think we're going to put an R for runs into a four-letter word for reserve to get a stream. So reserve could be to keep, but I don't think there's a creep or carep. Reserve. Oh, yes, if you book something, you reserve it. And the R, of course, is a babbling brook. Was troubled to catch Catholic, taken in by belief, that's above criticism. Well, something above criticism would be a sacred cow. And I do see we have credo for a belief. Oh, and an anagram of saw, I think, goes all around. So yeah, anagram of saw goes around. Credo, which in turn takes in a C for Catholic. All right. Hopefully these will be helpful. Yeah, some nice down letters there. Working. Man reacts to ceremony. No, and our climber's companion now might be ice. Oh, yeah, maybe cold water. Oh, yeah, cold water would be ice, I suppose. But then fire could be to fire as a verb. What does a climber use? Ice something. Oh, and there's our C for cocaine. It does go in the... Oh, yeah, I said lucre, and I never really thought about what goes around it. An allure could be a temptation. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, just not too sharp today. Followed order to surrender, preserving the odds. Well, when I see odd or even, I'm thinking about the odd or even letters of a word. But that B makes it... Yeah, followed order must be obeyed. But to surrender, preserving the odds. Yeah, I'm not sure how that wordplay works, so not very sure of this, but let's try 11 across. See, does it begin with Y? Not as old as, well, younger comes to mind. And then singer-songwriter, is that going to be Neil Young? Getting on. Yes, so if something is on a certain subject, it is re, and in retirement or backwards, that becomes ER. All right. Number 10, blocking artificial intelligence, yet developing tension. Well, I'm thinking number 10 could be the Roman numeral X, and it might block or go in the middle of AI. Yet developing makes me think of an anagram of yet. I want this to be anxiety. I have a lot of wants today, don't I? So there is the, number is N. I forgot about, yeah, it's not just 10, it's the N for number, X for Roman numeral of 10 in AI, and we get high anxiety. All right, will the writer, which could be referring to himself, so I or me, in EU lie about Germany coming first to power? Oh my goodness. Will the writer, I wonder if it could be a writer called William, but I don't think so. In EU, so it could be EIU, doesn't seem likely. EM, EU, maybe slightly more likely. And then lie could be LIE, or it could be FIB. About Germany, about DE. I think maybe just D also. Coming first, oh, it might be a C. And then we get a power. No, too many moving parts in that one for my liking. Here we go. Rocked in leather, say. So a straightforward homophone. If something rocked, it's swayed, which sounds like SUEDE. All right. Oh, I like this one. Pin up or pin down? Question mark. So is it a clever double definition? Pin up or pin down? No, not seeing it. Heads of ambitious private schools excel in recess. So the heads are the first letters of the next four words, and we get an apse, which I suppose is a recess in a church or other building. Ant shelter converted into hives. This seems a fairly straightforward anagram of ant shelter to give us hives. I wonder if it's the hives you get on your body as a reaction to something. Oh, I do see we have the letters of rash, but hives being plural, I would have thought it was rashes, but the four-letter word comes last. Well, let me put in rash just to try the anagram helper, knowing that we may end up with rashes or rash something else. No, they don't look very promising. Talent, needle. No, not even needle. Tetlin, rash, no. Yeah, so not sure what that hives are. Okay, let's go back to the downs. Oh, yes, so if you fire somebody, you axe them, an ice axe. Not sure I've heard of it, but I can imagine that is something a climber would use, similar to an ice pick. Now our working man reacts to ceremony. No. Oh. Working could be an anagram indicator, so maybe it's an anagram of man reacts, and we get a ceremony of some kind. Oh, a sacrament. Yes. Yeah, I think that's close enough. Let's see, we have two A's, yes. So that must be sacrament, all right. Oh, I think this might be social skills. Or maybe it's something else, skills. Let's look at two down. Could this, yeah, I don't think that's going to be a C. But a moth in tree, for example, traveling both ways. Right. Um, oh, I wonder if, for example, could be e.g. and a tree could be an oak. See, I was reading it as tree, for example, and trying to think of a broader category for trees, but I think it might be oak. I'm going to look up moths and see if there's an oak. I don't know what traveling both ways right would be. Yeah, let me look that up. All right, there's something called an oak agar, or agar, common moth of the family, oh my goodness, Lasiocampidae, found in Europe, including Britain and Ireland, feeds on heather and bilberry. Its cocoon generally resembles an acorn. It doesn't actually eat oak. So how does the rest, the traveling both ways, right? GA? How is that traveling both ways? No, I'm missing that part, so we're going to have wordplays.com. All right, so it's not social skills, but it's ability to work with others. No, don't see it. And now they make doctor drop. Well, I dismissed the idea it could be an anagram of fake cures. Oh, but I'm thinking now they make could be producers. And so they make doctor. Doctor is anagram for drop. And then it's an anagram of cures. So that's how we get the 9 letters. I see it now. This must be people skills. Should have thought of that. So Pope likes, I think, is anagrammed. Yeah. And then liberals with special. I think L can be an abbreviation for liberal. There are 2 of them, so it's liberals, and S can be an abbreviation for special. All right. This must be a laser if it makes light from sun, tangible, reflected around. I'm not seeing how that one works either, so another one for 15 squared to explain. Now, will the writer in EU lie about Germany coming first to power? That first word is interesting. Just from the letter pattern. Well, we'll leave it for now. We have a T for our hives. How about small drinks mask holy man's burdens? Well, holy man, I'm thinking, is going to be a saint, ST, and that's going to be part of the wordplay. I'm wondering if we're going to put small and drinks around the saint. And that's going to give us burdens. And I'm thinking it's not a word for small drink. I think it's going to be small plus a word for drink. And we're going to have ST in the middle of it for burdens. No, don't see it. How about heading to Fiji? That could be an F. Concerning could be re. Foreign escape where there's no waves. Where there's no waves. Some kind of tidal pool, or no, not a tidal pool, a lake or swimming pool. Yeah, but if this is an F, what does that do for 13 across? Something feed, something free. Ah, I just noticed I mistyped this, so that's now a more normal letter pattern. T something R something A. First to power. No, still don't see it. All right, deportation when former partner ignored custom. Well, I think this is going to be an X type word. Former partner. Yeah, I want it to be something like extradition. Because custom could be tradition, but yeah, it's too. Oh, I think it is extradition, is deportation, but then you have to ignore your former partner, remove the X, and you get the custom tradition. Yeah, there's something about the wording of that made it hard for me to read. So if you pin something down, I suppose you might use a stud, and I suppose a pin-up could be a stud. Not 100% sure about that, so let's check this. It is correct, all right. Group saving soldier on top of Everest alone. Well, I'm thinking it's going to be a word for alone. We're going to have maybe something for a group, like band maybe. And it's going to save or have within it something for a soldier. And then I think it's going to end with an E for the top of Everest. But I'm not seeing it. Help musician forget Beethoven's overture. Yeah, so the way I read that was it's going to be a word for help. We have to think of a specific musician that's going to have a B in it, but then remove Beethoven's overture, the first letter of Beethoven. It's a bit of a stretch to use overture as the starting letter, but we'll allow it. And just for help, I think of assist, and so the musician is a bassist. All right. Casual greeting delivered louder. Louder in musical notation would be F or even FF for forte, fortissimo. So I wonder, is it a 6-letter casual greeting? It's going to be a word for delivered, and then F or FF. Or so casual greeting could be hi or oi or something like that. And then a word for delivered. And it's going to mean louder, but it's hard to think. I mean, if it's louder, it's probably going to end in ER. No, how about inform one, entertained by drunk uncle. I think inform must be the definition, And we're going to put an I for one inside of an anagram of uncle. Can only to inform, maybe to tell on. Yeah, what's the two-letter word? I think it has to be in, but then that just leaves C-U-L-E for inform. Oh, clue in, I think, is to bring someone up to date. You clue them in. Club, expelling 5, being extra boring. I think this might be a superlative word like drier, for example. Yes, and so a club in this case is a golf club, a driver, and 5 is not a reference to 5 down, it's the Roman numeral, and if you leave that out, you get drier. Yeah, of course, you can spell that with an I-R-O-Y. Oh, so this does look small drinks. Oh, but the holy man is now looking unlikely to be ST. So I think it's going to be some other holy man. Oh, burdens could be saddles. I think the drinks are aids. That's a very old-fashioned, obviously, lemonade, orangeade. I don't know if people talk about aids anymore other than in crosswords. And then the holy man is DL. I presume that's the Dalai Lama, but that's just a guess. We'll see what 15 squared has to say. All right, one more down and then we'll finish the acrosses. Everything in books gives courage. Well, I'm thinking everything is going to be all. And books could be OT or NT, Old Testament or New. But it's going to give courage. Yeah, so maybe everything is some other word. What's a 5-letter word for courage? No, not seeing it. Oh, very angry extremists wearing jewelry. I'm thinking the angry extremists could be the outer letters of angry, A and Y. Yeah, maybe not. Because I was thinking then very would be V, V-A-Y. I don't think there's any words starting with V-A-Y. And then we would have to have a short word for wearing, and it would mean jewelry. But instead, I'm wondering if it means very angry, possibly foaming, or jewelry could be a ring, ranting. But ant wouldn't be extremists. Yeah, but what if this is an R? Now our everything in books gives courage. Oh, I can't. I should be able to think of that, but I can't. So let's get rid of that. All right, back to the crosses. With lace, nothing holds a fastener. Where's the definition? Probably a fastener with lace. Yeah, the with lace part is throwing me. Nothing, of course, can be O. and holds A. So I think we're going to put an A inside of the rest of this wordplay. With lace, I'm thinking it's something like frilly. What's a fastener? A slide something. Some kind of staple or paper clip. No, not seeing it. Quicksilver mostly lies all over the place. Well, quicksilver is mercury, right? Yeah, don't see it. Mark's intense struggle with scientist playing God. Oh, well, just because of those, fortunately, we have those letters. I think Frankenstein will fit. I suppose he was a doctor playing God. So Mark, I think, is frank, as in, I suppose, a postmark when you frank mail. And then an anagram of intense. And we get our scientist. All right. Well, the top half is looking pretty good. It would be nice to get this one. I think because we're past the 30-minute mark, I will use wordplays.com to see what matches these letters. Well, I wasn't finding any matches, and then I noticed, my goodness, I have really messed up one down. I don't know what yeah, well, there you see, I think that's what I do is I click, and maybe I just don't check carefully enough which one I am typing into. So now maybe, yeah, apologies. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just check. I wasn't 100% sure of this one. No, it is right. Let's check one down. It is right. And my oh, what did I had an AR, so is it an ER? Ah, all right. Let's go back to word plays and see what I can find. So I see that there aren't that many things that match, but diesel fuel would be something to do with power. Will the writer, so I think that's I. In EU, there's EU. Lie about Germany. Germany coming first, I think, is saying put a D in the first place. And yeah, I think the power as a definition for diesel fuel, I think that's why the question mark is there, but it is quite a stretch, I think. But I don't fully understand the rest of the wordplay, so we'll see what 15 squared has to say. And again, my apologies for messing up the letters there. Anyway, so this does begin with an F, heading to Fiji, where there's no waves. Yeah, I wonder if it is re, and then another E, and it looks like we might actually have escape, but I think it might be an anagram of escape, and we get free space. Not exactly sure I know what that means, but let's check it. It is correct. Where there's no waves. Well, we're going to have to look at 15 squared for that one too. Yikes. Okay, let's try our anagram helper now with our ant shelter. Hives. Settle horn. Hives. Oh, nettle rash. Ah. Oh my goodness, nettle was there right when I first tried the anagram helper, and I just did not spot it. But yes, oh my goodness, I have memories as a child getting stung by nettles and then trying to find a dock leaf to put on it. Oh my goodness. All right. Casual greeting. Oh, this does look like it might be hi. Delivered louder. Oh, maybe. No. Could it be like a holler, which I suppose is an American phrase? No, I'm not seeing it. If this does end in ing, then louder. Higher, maybe? Could be louder, the volume being higher. Greeting delivered. No, I don't see that. 26 would end in an E. Quicksilver mostly lies all over the place. No, not seeing it. Oh, I should definitely be able to get this one, but let me pause, and if I don't see it, I'll use wordplays. Well, I did work out that nothing could be nil, and if it held an A, it would be a nail of some kind, but I didn't see it would be a spike nail. And I think this comes from spiking a drink. Could be lacing it, or any putting one liquid inside another. All right, and so a fastener must be a spike nail. Not familiar with it. Oh, so this maybe is oh, okay. I think book can be abbreviated to B, so books plural would be BS, and all inside it. If you have courage, you have balls, I suppose. So it's not around a ring, or a ring around something for extremists. Very angry. Oh, I'm wondering about boiling, because bling can be jewelry. So then extremists are OI. Why are OI extremists? I don't know. All right, so I'm going to put in higher for this one. Let's check this. It is correct, but we'll have to look at 15 squared to see why. It doesn't give us a great letter for... Let me look up and see what the chemical symbol for mercury is. Mercury is Hg. That doesn't seem very useful for wordplay. Quicksilver mostly lies all over the place. All over the place suggests an anagram, but I'm not seeing it. All right. Oh, here was our group. Saving soldier on top of Everest. Alone. Let me pause and try and think of synonyms for alone. No, I'm not saying any good words for this. And then I was thinking, well, the soldier could be a GI, but the only word that matches is regicide. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal this one. Oh, well, it of course doesn't help when you have a word wrong. So it wasn't boiling. But let's just check. It is, balls is right. So let's get rid of that and that. Oh, let's first of all see how separate works. A group is a set, and a soldier is a para. Now that's a very British abbreviation, I think, to refer to a paratrooper. Anyway, separate would be alone, of course. So now very angry. And then the extremists. So the L then must be here. Oh, I think it's blazing. And the extremists, if that had been applied to a word, I would have said the outer letters. In fact, I did think it might be A and Y. But I think it's actually A and Z, the extremists from the alphabet. So let's check that one. It is correct. All right, Quicksilver mostly lies all over the place. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a word like alive, I suppose. If something is alive, you might say Quicksilver moving quickly. Let's check it. No, all right, let's reveal it. Agile, oh my goodness. All right. So how does this work? Quicksilver is the definition. Mostly lies all over the place. No, going to need 15 squared to explain that one to me. All right, we've finished, or I finished. Took me a long time. Let's check all. Oh my goodness, I had so many mistakes today, particularly on one down. Oh my goodness. All right, today's blog on 15 squared is by Andrew. Fun puzzle. A couple of answers that were unfamiliar. There was a theme. Oh my goodness, a hidden theme. The films of Brooks, Mel Brooks, Spaceballs, The Producers, Blazing Saddle. Oh my goodness, High Anxiety, and Young Frankenstein. Andrew's 1000th blog. So congratulations to Andrew on that milestone. It reminds me that there are many of you who I'm sure are watching have done these for a lot longer than I have, and some of you have been providing me with very helpful or just interesting information in the comments about the setters and their identities or their histories, so thank you for that. All right, on the acrosses, I think the first ones I understood. I think it's when we got down to, Diesel. Oh, Will the writer. I think I even said, yeah, I did. It could be a writer called Will in itself. My goodness. In D for Germany and EU lie, anagrammed. Oh, my goodness, that's tricky. Saddles. Oh, of course, Saddles and Blazing were right beside each other. How did I not spot that? But Saddles, Doctor of Divinity, is a holy man. My goodness. And ales are the drinks. Okay. Oh, so I thought it was AIDS and DL, but it's a DD. All right. Blazing, yes. A and Z, the extreme letters of the alphabet. And then 26, lift and separate. Oh my goodness, so the definition is hidden as quick. I don't know about that, and I think from one of the recent Cracking the Cryptic Crosswords, Simon mentioned that would not be acceptable in the Times. to bamboozle the solvers by joining words together. So we had to get AG for silver plus an anagram of LIE. Okay, mostly lies. I get it now. And then on the downs, oak. For example, traveling both ways is EG plus its reverse. That's clever. And then lasers, S for sun in reversal of real. Yikes, okay. Free space of a radio, etc., able to operate only where the radio waves are not affected by surrounding objects. That seems a very obscure piece of knowledge. I'm not too happy about that. But I always have to remind myself that we're getting these crosswords for free, so I can't really complain. Oh my goodness, this is one of those English pronunciation homophones. Casual greeting, hiya, of course, like Richard on Pointless. But yeah, I don't know what more I can say other than in the rest of the world, people pronounce that R at the end. All right. Well, it was a tricky one today. I do appreciate there was that hidden theme, so that was nice. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.